In this section, I want to talk about assignment. An expression is a group of one or more literals, constants, operators, variables, other mathematical and computational elements that the compiler eventually reduces to a single type and single value. Often that expression is a result of a computation that you, the programmer, will have to do to solve a problem. Once the computation is finished, that result is available, but if you do anything else, that result is lost. We must remember it if we want to use that value elsewhere in our program, either to output it or use it as an intermediate result in a different computation, etc. One type of expression is a literal. It's a rather simple expression. It's usually one word like false or true for booleans, a set of digits like 42, or perhaps 3.14, or maybe negative 3.14 for doubles. Expressions can be very complex too. They may span many lines, or intermediate parts are calculated, and those intermediate parts are then put in yet another expression for a much more complex computation. A variable, as I've said, is a named area of memory that remembers a value. We, as programmers, have to tell that variable what value we want to remember. And as I just said, once the computation done, the expression is resolved to its type and value. That value is available, but it will not be remembered unless we store it in a variable. The left-hand side of the assignment expression must be able to receive a value. Literals themselves and constants cannot, so it must be a variable. The assignment itself is an expression. Once the assignment occurs, once that value is assigned to a variable, that is an expression that has a type and value. Rarely do we use it, but it can be. And finally, a variable may change its value during the program's lifetime. From algebra, we know that variables can take on legitimate values in a certain range or a set of numbers. If we said something like x equal 5 plus 3. That is, we would assign x to the value of 8. But in a program, that x may take on a value now, and a little bit later take on yet a different value, and so on through the program. That's why we call them variables. Their value, although fixed at any moment, may change or vary through the lifetime of the program.